Hello, today we're going to go over chapter 2. It's called Art Criticism and Aesthetic Judgment. When reading this chapter, make sure you're looking at the pictures and what it's talking about with art criticism. First, you have a criteria that is the standard of judgments. Aesthetics is a word a lot of people haven't heard, but it's the philosophy and study of the nature and value of art. So it's talking about art and studying it and what is the meaning behind it, why did they use these colors, why did they use these lines, what was someone thinking or trying to interpret into their artwork. It could be a painting, it could be a sculpture. So in this chapter, we're going to go through and use the steps of art criticism, which they're listed here, and there's also, this is uploaded to Google Classroom to have a little short piece to look at instead of going through the book. So for the first one, in the arts criticism steps, we're going to look at the description. So you're only going to say what you see, not what you think it's meaning or anything. So for example, this would be, it's bright colors. It has red, it has orange, it has yellow. What kind of shapes do I see? If it's an artwork like this one here, you could say it has men. It has a boy playing an instrument with a brick building that's falling apart. So you're only putting in those details. One other thing you could do is with the credit line of your artwork here, you could say what it's made out of. So this is made out of acrylic, and it's on canvas, and that's on the credit line that's down at the edge of the painting here. Also, for this one, it is oil on canvas, and I'm seeing that because I'm reading the credit line that's at the bottom. This one here, it is oil on canvas also. So that's all in the description of step 1. When we turn the page, there's step 2, and that's analysis. It's how is the work organized. So in this, we're going to use the principles of art and talk about how we use the elements. So we would talk about the movement of how something is laid down in our artwork, but we could also talk about the colors that are used. Are they symmetrical? Are they balanced evenly? Are they at an angle, like what this one is? Is something centered? The viewer is looking at it and maybe you're seeing it angled down this way and then your eye follows. So that's something that you could add into that. How is it organized? Is it dark colors up front, light colors in the back? Step 3, your interpretation. What is the meaning of this artwork? So this is where you can tell a little story about it. So why is this boy standing alone with a building that's falling apart behind him and he's playing an instrument? Why are these guys here? And I'll try and zoom in on this a little bit better. Sorry. So with this one, what are the guys doing? We can see they have this around them, which is bullets, if you couldn't really tell. This guy has some around his waist. There's a knife, there's a rope. If you look closer, it looks like they're maybe on a boat, and that would be the water back there. You can also tell what's going on by the title of the artwork. If we would just even go to this one, if we do the description, we would say it's red, white, and blue. It's symmetrical, would be analysis part. Interpretation, what do you think the meaning of this is with the cow skull that's right here? Step 4, and I'll turn back. So step 4 is the judgment of the artwork. So do you feel this is a successful artwork by using the elements and principles of art? So did they use line, shape, form, value, space, color, and texture correctly? And with the principles, were they using the rhythm, movement, balance, proportion correctly? And it could be correct. It may just be a personal preference that you think it's not good. So there's 2 parts to judgment. So is it subjectively, is it a good work of art? And you could say yes. And then personally, do you like it? And that's like, would you hang it up in your house? So I would say this one here is a good artwork. It looks like the colors and proportion, details are nicely done, but I would not hang it up in my house. So there's two parts when you do the judgment part of this. And let's just go to another one. Let's see, page 32 here. If we look at this artwork, it has a lady right here. So I could say that for the description of step 1. I see a palm tree kind of happening at a beach, I would say, but don't just guess what the story is. Just say it has symmetrical, would be the second part of using the principles. Interpretation, then you tell why is this lady standing here. And the judgment, do you feel this is subjectively a good work of art? I would say yes, but if we would then say personally, I would say it's a good work of art, but I wouldn't hang up in my house. So when we're judging functional, and the book sample here is 2 chairs. So if we look at the chairs here, judging functional artwork, we also want to say, is this, in this part, is it something that would be a functional thing for a person to use? So do you think sitting on a chair that has the short back or the long back would be more comfortable? Which one do you think is more functional for a person? Maybe if you're a tall person, you would like this chair, but if you're a short person, you would like this. So it depends upon what type of judgment you have for your own for personal. But look at functional. So when we would be, say, drinking out of a mug, is the handle of it done correctly to where your hand fits in it and you can comfortably drink your hot drink? That would be a functional part for the judging. So go through this, look at the pictures. There's others here that we could talk about, like this is the one I was going to go for. So looking at this, look at the description step. So what do I see? It looks like fries. What medium? I would look at the credit line over here, and the medium says it is canvas and some other material, so I would write those down. What is the subject? We have decided it's fries. Details, it looks like it's made out of material. It's a 360 sculpture, meaning you can go around it and see all the sides of it. Analysis part, how is the work organized? By using the principles of art. So if you see it's dumping out of the bag, so that would be showing movement of the lines that the fries would be creating. So it has movement. Some people say maybe it has a rhythm because of the way the fries are landing down on it. Interpretation, what is the message that the person is communicating to you? Maybe you're thinking, I'm hungry right now and I need some fries, so that would be a good answer. And then judgment, is this a good work of art? Personally, I think it's good. I don't know where I would put it in my house, but I still think it's a good work of art. And then subjectively, do I think they use the elements, which is line, shape, form, value, space, and color correctly? And I'd say yes. It looks like they have some color going through it. They are showing the texture because it is material. And then the principles, remember we talked about how the movement of it is. It has a type of rhythm going through it. Proportion, if we look at this down here in the credit line, it is saying how tall it is. So it's 108 inches by 46 inches by 42 inches. So this is a very large sculpture. It's not your normal size of French fries that you would get at McDonald's. So this is a really tall sculpture that you could walk around. So subjectively, I would say yes, this is a good work of art. So in chapter 2, it's just talking about the art criticism steps. So remember, have this with you or flip through it back in the book. It's description, analysis, interpretation, and judgment when we're talking about art. And there will be artwork that you'll be doing on the worksheet. So go to this page and then talk about the art using these steps. And then there's others to do it on throughout this worksheet. And then we'll be doing this throughout the rest of the year of talking with artwork. So make sure you understand these 4 steps. And you can print this out for yourself if you wanted to. Thank you for watching.